Nearly half of Americans believe discrimination against white people is as big a problem as discrimination against people of color. Some people call this reverse racism. But here's the thing. If racism were reversed, that would mean racism wouldn't exist in the first place. And by calling discrimination against white people reverse racism, you're also acknowledging the power dynamic and saying that white people are the primary upholders of racism, which actually is true. That can't be reversed unless hundreds of years of systemic oppression are erased. White people can experience prejudice and discrimination from people of color, but they do not experience racism. Let's break that down. Racial prejudice typically starts with a belief in stereotypes about groups of people. Racial discrimination is all about actions and unfair treatment based on prejudice. And racism is a form of discrimination based on skin color and ethnic origin. It's kept alive through power and institutional reinforcement. In the United States, prejudice towards people of color is still supported by our most powerful institutions, which means racism is still very much alive. And it didn't magically disappear because we have a black president. Black people, for example, experienced 250 years of slavery in the United States and 100 years of legalized discrimination with black codes and Jim Crow. In the years to follow, legal discrimination still continued in the form of housing discrimination, job discrimination, no positive representation on television, the war on drugs, mass incarceration, the school-to-prison pipeline, stop and frisk, and so much more. So when things like affirmative action, BET, and Black Lives Matter pop up, these things are there in an effort to level the playing field, not to tip the scale the other way. If white people experienced racism, they would have to undergo hundreds of years of legal oppression just like people of color still do. White people can experience discrimination in many ways, and it's not okay. But racism just isn't one of them.